Peter Okoye, the charismatic singer and dancer from the iconic P-Square duo, is standing firm in his mission to set the record straight, unwavering in his promise to reveal the truth behind the swirling allegation that he orchestrated the EFCC arrest of his twin brother, Paul. Recall that the drama, which gripped the nation months ago, saw reports of Paul and their elder brother Jude Okoye being hurried in by the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, stating social media ablaze. Paul, ever the different one, took to Instagram to declare his innocency, badly stated that his wealth was earned through nothing but good music, not the shared dealing some whispered about. Rude Boy went on to drop a bombshell in an interview, painted Peter as a villain who betrayed his own blood by getting both him and Jude arrested by the EFCC in December 2023. Pressing forward with his unyielding barrage of open letter, Peter didn't just post another defense, he launched a full-scale expose. In his latest write-up, Peter vehemently denied ever targeting his twin brother, revealing that his true grievance was with the elder brother Jude. According to Peter, it was Jude who had been secretly siphoning off P-Square's hard-earned money, funneling it into hidden accounts with the help of his wife. Peter insists he is never intend to drag Paul into the legal battle. The singer said he had explicitly instructed his lawyer to keep Paul out of the petition, as his quarrel was solely with Jude. Peter confessed his shock and dismay upon hearing Paul's interview, where he was accused of orchestrating the EFCC intervention. He recalled how he had tried to resolve the issue quietly, spoke to both Paul and Jude behind the scene, hoping for a peaceful resolution, but according to Mr. P, his pleas fell on deaf ears, with both brothers refusing to give him a definitive answer, left him with no option but to take legal action against Jude. Peter Okoye did not just stop at clearing his name, he threw down the gauntlet, daring Paul to dig up any shred of evidence, any petition that showed his management or his legal team ever targeting him or even whispered his name in EFCC accusation. Here is full statement on the recent EFCC issue involving P-Square and our former manager and elder brother Jude Okoye. I challenge Paul or anyone else to produce any petition that I, Peter Okoye, my management or my legal team ever filed against my twin brother Paul, or that even mention his name. I never attempt or try to use the EFCC to arrest my twin brother Paul. Before I tell you the whole story, here is what I need you all to understand. It is always surprising to me when people say P-Square is always bringing their family matter into the public eyes. Let me clarify this. P-Square is not just a family, it is public brand. But Peter, Paul, Jude, Anita, Ifeoma, Lola, and the rest of our family members are family. But P-Square is an entity that belongs to the public as much as it does belongs to us. Our fans have played a significant role in our success, so they have the right to know what's happening with their beloved brand P-Square. That is why it's understandable when certain aspects of our lives are shared publicly. Now let me get straight to the point. I want to make it clear that I never report my twin brother Paul to the EFCC. I know many of you were disappointed when Paul accused me of doing so. He mentioned that I wrote a petition against him, which he claimed made the EFCC to ask him to provide a surety. The statement suggests that he was detained, which is not true. Peter, Paul, and Jude own a management company together called Northside Entertainment, which we use to manage all the P-Square affairs. One day, I discovered another company with a similar name, but this one was called Northside Music instead of Northside Entertainment. This surprised me, so I decided to investigate further, and guess what? To my shock, the founder and the director of the secret company were none other than Jude Okoye and his wife Ifeoma Okoye, and the registered address was the family home of Jude's wife. Still in shock, I know I had to talk to Paul about it. I approached him multiple times, at least 4 different times, asked if he knew anything about this secret company, and the whereabouts of some of P-Square's royalty. Each time I met with him, he denied knowing anything about it. I want to set the record straight. I hereby challenge Paul and anyone else to show any petition that I, Peter Okoye, ever submit against my twin brother Paul or that has Paul's name on it. I am still writing this with so much shock because I gave clear instruction to my legal team with a standing order that under no circumstance should Paul be included in my petition. Their focus was to remain solely on their primary suspect, Jude Okoye, and his wife Ifeoma Okoye, since they were the director of the secret company Northside Music. Paul recently interviewed about the EFCC incident contained a lot of lies. I watched and listened to Paul's interview. I was totally speechless and I kept asking myself, how does Paul have the audacity to publicly tell lies like this, even with the respect and reputable agents like the EFCC? He claimed I petitioned him, but that is not something that ever happened to Paul. The truth is, this was something that actually happened to Jude. The real story goes back to the shocking discovery I made. But what really got me very upset was finding out that for years, millions of dollars and hundreds of millions of naira were being secretly diverted into this secret company's account, Northside Music, from our own company, Northside Entertainment. This was not just a minor issue, it was a massive betrayal that had been going on for several years. I understand that Paul is angry because I took this matter to the EFCC, and I understand why. However, bearing in mind that I have met Paul and Jude separately and trying to discuss this matter, and it had me with no positive answer. In fact, the last time I approached Paul, the conversation got heated up and he said, and I quote, "Peter, go and do your worst." At this stage, I was left with no other choice but to report to the authority and take legal action. Jude was then detained after being questioned. He came clean and admitted that he has been diverting millions of dollars of our money to the secret company that he and his wife were the director of. All of Jude's bank's accounts were immediately frozen. He was eventually released on bail after he managed to provide a surety and met the other bail condition. Meanwhile, further investigations are still going on up till now. Paul's name were never mentioned in the petition because he was never a director of the secret company, unless there is something he is hiding from all of us. Paul was only invited for questioning, just like Jason Njoku of Iroko TV, Amaju Pinnick, and others who has transactional dealing with Northside Music. The EFCC investigation found out that Northside Music has been secretly collecting P-Square's royalty over the years. This royalty money were sent to a Bua the change, then transferred to Jude's personal bank account. A closer look at Jude's account statement revealed that once the money entered his personal account, there were multiple transactions where he was splitting the fund equally with Paul without Peter. This naturally led to some questions. After Jude confessed to diverting the fund, he also told the EFCC that the money he had been sending to Paul for several years was not about sharing money behind Peter's back. Instead, it was money he owed Paul for the sales of their house in America, which he was gradually paying back the loan. This is the reason why Paul has been telling everyone that the EFCC has cleared him, as if I ever wanted him to get into trouble with the EFCC. The story is very long, but I will tell it all in due time. For now, I will stop here until the EFCC send the final report to my legal team. Once that happens, before heading to the law court, I will make the exact petition that doesn't include Paul's name public. I will also release the EFCC final report, receipt, and other documents related to this secret company, including the CAC registration, bank transaction, and bank statement that Jude set up with his wife, Ifeoma Okoye. May God help us all. Guys, things they happen, now wow, this is the end of this video. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go now and subscribe. If you are already a subscriber, thank you so much. I love you guys. See you guys in my next video. Bye bye.